What's good with y'all boys, man? We back with another One Piece video, bro. 1189 is out, and Oda is back in his bag once again, bro. This man stay giving us bangers. The only thing I gotta complain about for the entire video is Oda. What is going on with these breaks? I know I want you to prioritize your health, but come on, bro. But I ain't gonna complain too much because you giving us peak chapters, but I pray next week is not a motherfucking break week. It probably won't be, though. But let's get into the chapter 1189. So we pick up exactly where we left off last week with IMU stabbing Luffy with the blade of void. And in the very first panel we see after he stabbed Luffy, he got the blade going through a tree so Luffy can't even move. I don't even think we seen that at the end of the panel from last week's chapter, because I could have sworn it left off with Luffy just hanging off the blade. It did not look like Luffy was stuck to the end of a tree, but that's already looking bad for my goat Luffy. Then we cut to the Straw Hats and we get to see their reactions to what's going on with Luffy. It seems like Usopp uses some observation haki and he seems worried about what's going on over there. Then we even have Jinbei saying that it seems like Luffy's haki has suddenly drastically weakened out of nowhere. We even see Gerd, Chopper, and Hardegen crashing over here into Loki, and I'm pretty sure with this happening, expect like a Loki Hardegen team up within the next 2 to 3 chapters for sure. It's 2 doctors right here next to Loki. We still ain't seen Hybrid form Loki yet. Expect that shit in the next 2 to 3 chapters for sure. Right after this, we also get a cut back to Yarul with his conversation with Hardegen, and it seems like Yarul and Loki got a good idea of who IMU is, and we even see Loki says he thinks he knows who this is as well. Right after he says that, we cut back to IMU pulling out another motherfucking blade, and I'm not gonna lie, this second blade he pulled out this chapter, this shit looks more menacing than the blade of void, my nigga. And then we have this confirmed. This is a theory I was hearing from other YouTubers, mainly Sai. I'm pretty sure y'all know who that nigga is if y'all watching my videos. The dude who always be doing spoilers. I fuck with Sai's videos. IMU says that the sword that he stabbed Luffy with is life absorbing. It absorbs life energy, bro. I heard that nigga Sai say that in the video. I ain't really hear too many niggas saying it. I ain't really have too. I honestly didn't really think that IMU would have a weapon like that, but it makes sense. I mean, we've seen all these other characters and all these other things. It's like a running thing in the series with Luffy losing like life force or life energy or life draining and all that type of shit. So this is just more shit added to the list of Luffy having some more shit like that happen to him. Then you got IMU talking shit to this nigga, bro. He says, how many stabs will it take to kill you? I wonder. Then he says, what a disgusting name, Monkey D. Luffy. Like, ain't that a bitch? Then the nigga has the nerve to talk about Ace and Sabo. Niggas like, yeah, you the one with the brother who got packed up by the Marine, and then you got the other brother who done came up on some fame in the Revolutionary Army. And I find it so funny because Luffy, Sabo, and Ace all officially on the Donut Trio, bro. In these translations, it says the name of this sword that Luffy just got stabbed with this second time is called Sea King's Blade, which would make some sense considering that IMU is like the Sea Devil or something of the sort that we all can assume. So that's another cold-ass name for another cold-ass looking blade. But then we get a flashback to the day that King Harold died, and we see a conversation between Loki, Shanks, Harold, and Scopper, Gaban, and Yarul. And basically this conversation is summed up to what people have been coming to the assumption of for the last couple of months, that Shanks was trying to warn Loki about IMU because Shanks has insight about the God Knights and that IMU is actually ruling the world, considering that we all know to be a part of the God Knights you got to get the deep sea contract, so that means you more likely know who the fuck IMU is, which Shanks pretty much confirms for us in this chapter. And of course Loki being Loki, like we all assumed, was not trying to hear that shit, and he was like, nigga, why can't I go fight anyway? I'm gonna do this shit my way. We don't really see Loki and Shanks fight, but this conversation is exactly that. Shanks telling Loki it's not time yet, and Loki is like, nah, bro, I'm still trying to fight. But for all y'all niggas who still thinks Shanks genuinely sat here and put Loki down, bro, do y'all still think that? Please comment that below. I have a whole different video talking about this if you're interested on that I posted some months ago. But I feel like this right here is more validity to the fact that Shanks did not straight up just beat Loki in a real fight, bro. They had some type of agreement, or it was something else, bro. I'm still not under that believement. But back to the chapter. We cut back to Loki and the rest of the Straw Hats discussing the potential king of the world debacle, and we even see Jinbei and some of the other Straw Hats chime in saying, well, what is the purpose of the Gorosei then? And then out of nowhere, Robin teleports over here saying that she needs Chopper in the library, even though they're having an interesting conversation over here. Now, Oda, why the fuck is Robin not immediately all ears joining in to question what the fuck these niggas are talking about? Like, yes, Robin been knowing the government was on some fucked up shit, but I feel like she would really want to sit the fuck back and know about this. Like, what's so important going on at the library to where she need Chopper, like to where she not trying to hear about this IMU shit? You get what I'm saying? Or what's going on with Luffy? Like, I don't really know. I swear to God, you better have Chopper doing more than moving some motherfucking books around. Oh, the dead ass, on God. Cut back to Emu and Luffy, and this nigga pulls out the third weapon of the motherfucking chapter, bro. And he pulls out a fucking axe, which is low-key foreshadowing for what's finna go on at the end of this chapter. We cut to my goat Zoro and Sommers. We get a Conqueror's Hockey clash, and then Sommers also basically reveals to us that the weapons that him and Emu are using are blades from the 20 Kings. Now, I did not say this shit. I said this shit in my last video, bro. You can go back and listen to it, because my lazy ass probably not finna go back and clip it. But I definitely said I wouldn't be surprised if the weapons that Emu is pulling out of his ring are weapons from the 19 Kings that founded the government. This nigga Emu dead ass got a whole weapon wheel, bro. And if I'm not mistaken, all these blades that he's pulling out are like the divine supreme type of blades, if I'm not mistaken, bro. Sommers' blade looks cool as fuck. Killingham's spears looks cool as hell, and like Emu bestowed those weapons upon them due to the omen, if I'm not mistaken as well. I don't think Killingham and Sommers always have these blades. But this clash between Zoro and Sommers looks good. Zoro actually gets like knocked back after the clash, it seems like. So like I said, I'm definitely like more hype for this Zoro and Sommers fight than most people probably are. Mainly because Zoro's my favorite character, but also because I think Oda's gonna make this fight good. Oda loves Zoro, you know what I'm saying? And Sanji's probably gonna get some good love too. Ain't no proudly, Sanji is gonna get some good love, my nigga. We all know that. But I also would have liked to see some more Sanji this chapter. We know he's gonna get the focus though, like I just said, so I'm not really gonna complain about seeing him too much this chapter, because he didn't really give us too much of Zoro either. Just one simple clash. But then we cut back to Emu and Luffy, and right after he done already got two blades sitting inside this nigga Luffy chest, he's getting ready to swing on him with the axe and make it a third. But then you got Scopper Gaban coming in at the last second to block Emu. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I was first reading this chapter and I saw Emu pull out the axes, I'm like, damn, bro, why he why he pulling out some shit that remind me, like, the first thing I thought of was Gaban, like, dead ass, no bullshit. Like, not even trying to sound like one of them niggas that's like, oh, I knew this was gonna happen. No. But I was saying in my last few videos, bro, that some of the things I want Oda to do, I want Emu to pack some niggas up. I've been predicting that after he was done with Luffy, his options are either to go run amongst the fodder and slay them niggas, or maybe somebody like Shanks the Dragon is gonna pull up. It's seeming like we finna go the route of Emu potentially slaughtering the fodder. Oda, please sit here and let him pack up Scopper Gaban. Please. Scopper Gaban, your contributions to the Sanji community and the Sanji agenda have been well done. But it is time for you to go meet your captain now, my nigga. I love you, but go ahead and pack this shit up, bro. Go ahead and put up a good fight, a valiant effort to save your wife and son, and go out with a bang. But unfortunately, that is the end of the fucking chapter, bro. And like I said, it's seeming like it's going to be a break next week. At least that's what these early ass scans are telling me. Hopefully that shit is wrong and it's not a motherfucking break. I'm coping hard as a bitch right now. But I promise y'all niggas, this week I will get the second video up if there's a break week, bro. I was loafing like shit last week trying to get this video up on my main channel. Y'all should go fuck with me over there. The audio ended up being fucked up on that shit anyway, so I was low-key mad as hell, but that's besides the point. Go fuck with me on my main channel too if y'all want, bro. I make other videos talking about other random forms of media that's not just anime based. But like I said, this chapter was a fucking banger, bro. Prediction video coming out as well for what could be happening next. Maybe if I think hard enough, I could probably get y'all 2 videos, but I'm not gonna count that. But definitely count on the 1 prediction video for sure, I did not expect Oda to sit here and basically make this nigga Luffy go through a whole torture session this chapter. This nigga Luffy didn't say a single word. All he did this chapter was gasp out in pain or wince out in pain the entire chapter, my nigga. Like, that's crazy. And I know after this shit, Luffy better try to get some mean ass get back on this nigga. Whether it's final war and he gotta fight Blackbeard before he get this nigga and Emu ends up being final villain, or whether he gets back up and jumps this nigga with Loki. All I know is you better not put out no gum Majin ass shit when you get back up and fight this nigga next time, bro. Alright? I need you to be on straight timing, all right? I need Gear Demon, my nigga. Fuck it, Gear 5, nigga. I need you to be in Gear Demon, bro. And that's another thing. Luffy is still in Gear 5, like, as he's taking all these attacks, which I'm going to say is a good thing for him, because I feel like any other time, he would have just got knocked the fuck out. And Wano, when Kaido was knocking his ass out, nigga, he was knocking his ass out of Gear 4 and all type of shit. But granted, that was Gear 4. We haven't really seen Luffy, like, get knocked out of Gear 5 yet. If I'm not mistaken, if my memory serves me right. We've just seen him like come to his time limit. But I'm gonna be honest, even then, I'm kind of surprised the time limit hasn't arose yet. But shit, what time limit is gonna come up when you not doing shit but getting your ass beat? So I guess that kind of makes sense. But I definitely kind of expect him to go out of Gear 5 by next chapter, considering that IMU just said this sword is draining lifespan. So I definitely expect that to happen. Scarpa Gavon versus IMU. Hey, bro, that's probably not really finna be a real fight. Probably just finna be a whole bunch of IMU probably just talking about how Scarpa Gavon's a peasant-ass nigga and to get out of his way while Scarpa Gavon just sacrifices himself, to be honest. If we lucky, y'all rule gonna pull up too. Because we already seen in this chapter, y'all Rule and Loki are both saying that they know who this is. And with both of them niggas being the only niggas who was there for King Harold, they gotta pull up to fight this nigga. I said earlier in the video, expect a Loki harder than 2v1 with Loki going hybrid form. And now I'm saying it right now, bro. I would not be surprised if y'all Rule also pulled up and they made that bitch a 3v1. No bullshit. Let me know y'all predictions on what y'all think finna happen in the next upcoming chapter. This chapter was a fucking banger. Y'all Usopp fans, you know, I gotta talk to y'all niggas every video with this fucking point, bro. I'ma keep it a buck with y'all niggas. When I was first reading the chapter and I saw it immediately cut to Usopp after Luffy got hit, I was like, please don't let this be no Usopp Future Sight bullshit all over again, nigga. I was about to be mad as fuck, no lie. But hey, man, I love y'all niggas. If you made it to the end of the video, I fuck with you for fucking with me. Like I said, man, fuck with me on my main channel as well, bro. I cover any other random shows or movies and break it down with similar style of commentary like this as well. Hopefully, Oda comes out next week, bro, with a banger-ass chapter and it's not a motherfucking break. I love y'all niggas, and I'm out, bro. Peace.